classics should be classics.
Could you repeat that? You want to run a beautiful...
Here, 1 second. Let me...
Hey, you have a Malchus right here.
Oh yeah, the Malchus is great.
Okay. Thank you.
So we have a terrific Rashi Sicha. It's a classic, and it goes in the line of all the Rashi Sichas we've been learning in the past few weeks. Happens to be a Rashi. Every year I learn it. It's a strange thing because usually you don't have commentaries that Rashi published in the Rashi. Here, in most Chumashim, this Rashi has a commentary inside. It's like strange, and it says that it's in the name of the Mashal. But always there's like something that bothers me always with the question, with the whole story. There's always something that bothers me in the story. But a beautiful sicha, which takes apart the pshat of the story, what happened, and then you get once you understand clearly the pshat, you can get a deeper thing in the whole thing of what happened. Let's read very quickly. So there's the drama with Yosef and the brothers. He reveals himself. Okay? So we pick up right here after he reveals himself to his brothers. Va'akol nishma beis Paroi, the voice is heard in the house of Paroi, Leimer. Bo ache Yosef, the voice is heard in the house of Paroi, and the voice says, "Oh, Yosef is not a loner. He has a family. His family arrived." Vayitav be'enei Paroi ve'enei avodav. Paroi was very happy about this. He was pleased to hear this. Va'emer Paroi el Yosef. Paroi said to Yosef, "Emer alachecha, say to your brothers." Emphasis, just the words that I want you should be able to later come back easily to. Emer alachecha zoisasu. This is what you should do. Atan was be'irchem. Load up your cattle. Uluchu voyu arza Canaan, come to the land of Canaan. Uchu esavichem, and then take your father. Vez botechem, and your house.
Amen.
Uboy elai.
What's the Russian person? Go, come.
That's a good question. I don't know. Uluchu voyu arza Canaan. Uchu esavichem, take your father. Vez botechem, your house. Uboy eloi, and come here. Ve'etno lachem as tuv eretz Mitzrayim. I will give you the good of Eretz Mitzrayim, and you'll eat up the fat of the land. Rashi says, the Jews end up eating up the fat of the land. And you should say in my name, this is what they should do. They should take agolos. The tapchem and the sheichem, that should be these agolos to carry the children and the women, and carry your father and bring here and come here to Egypt. And don't be concerned about your belongings. Don't worry. All the good of Egypt is for you. And the Jews did so. Amen. And Yosef gave them the agolos based on the command of Paroi. He also gave them food for the way. This is all. Api Paroi, kulam nos ish chalifa smolos, and he gave them all chalifa smolos. He gave them clothing. He gave them clothing. He gave them kesef and 5 times the amount of smolas. Okay. Ula and his father shalach kezois. He sent this. 10 donkeys carrying all the best things of Egypt. The female donkeys. Food, bread, mazon. Ashi says lechem or mazon is like what we spoke about this morning. Lifton, Bori says like the Targum, but I don't exactly understand the Targum, so I'm not sure.
Bar is wheat.
I'm not sure. Look in the...
Because we said before by Yosef, what is the last one with Yosef before?
He says, Ibur v'lechem...
Vayishbor bar al kolat Mitzrayim.
Can say. Why would they put any wheat right now? Lo v'ladorech, to his father for the road. Vayishalach echo vayelechu. He sent his brothers and they went. V'yomar aleim, and he said to them, Al tirguzu badorech. Don't get upset in the way. Don't start fighting about this. Who sold Yosef? Who didn't? V'yalam Mitzrayim. They went up from Egypt. V'yavoyu Eretz Canaan. They came to the land of Canaan. Al Yaakovim, to Yaakov their father. V'yigidolo, and they told him, Leimer oid Yosef chai. Yosef is alive. V'chamash v'chleretz Mitzrayim.
The rule.
V'yofik liba k'lohem migmahem. V'yedabre lev is called divrei Yosef. V'shedibre lehem. V'yares hagolos asher sholach Yosef. Loses oisei. He saw the hagolos that Yosef sent to carry him. Rashi says, what do you mean Yosef sent hagolos? Pari sent the hagolos. So Rashi answers that Yosef sent him a message, reminding him that the last time they were learning the parsha of Egla Arufa. Vatechi Ruach Yaakov Avim. Now that he was happy, the Ruach HaKodesh that was absent for 22 years returned.
So the world is still doing something.
Exactly. Okay. Rashi says, Shalach Kezois. Rashi quotes these two words, Shalach Kezois, and he says, Kecheshben hazeh, like this cheshben. Umau ha-cheshben, what is the cheshben? Asara chamorim, 10 chamorim. Rashi continues, Metuv Mitzrayim. What's Metuv Mitzrayim? At Sinu Talmud, we find in the Talmud, Shalach Layayin Yosh, and he sent them old wine. Shadaz Akenim Noichemanu. The old people like this wine. Why do old people like wine? The Marsov says, in the Gemara, because wine warms you up. You know, like you drink a glass of vodka, or scotch, or a cup of wine, or a bottle of wine. It warms you up.
So what was so special?
And the old people.
In Mitzrayim?
That's a good question.
Must be good wine. They make good wine down there.
I never knew that. And
Italian, French wine. That's we have.
I'm not
I know
aware of
French
any.
wine. I didn't have Egyptian wine. If I go to the store
Too
last
bad
time,
it's-
if they have some special Egyptian wine. Medrash Agoda, the Medrash Agoda says Grisen shel pool.
What's that? Grisen?
Pool is
Like a bean?
bean.
What's grisen?
Grisen is it's
The pool is a bean, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
A bean, yeah.
And the grisen is what's it called? Rechaim shel grusos, where they put it in and they grind.
Split.
Maybe split.
Oh, it does like split piece, just like split. Grisen means split in half.
Out to eat and like to eat soup.
Zuppe.
Okay, exactly. Medrash Rabbah
They
and
have
the
bad
Gemara.
circulation. That's why they need the wine, because they're cold from bad circulation.
On the circulation, you say?
I would
How
be
does
my
it
guess.
serve
Why
them
is
best?
our older
The Marsov says because it warms them up. Because they're
okay,
cold.
So they're cold. Okay.
So Marsov
Well, an
says.
old man is usually called the circular blood circulation for.
Okay, so good. Now you know. The Gemara Megillah says that the taka, what the Rashi brings in the beginning. He sent them wine. Lo avav shalach kezois. Sarach halam neisem metuv Mitzrayim. Mai metuv Mitzrayim. Amar B'yam Ben Yafas. Amar B'Alazar. Shalach lo yayin yoshin. Shadas kenim neichem amenu. As I said, the Marsov says the wine warms you up. Medrash Rabbah says zois asu tanos berirchem. As tuv zegerim shel pool. Shual ikas nefesh. That's what the Medrash says. What does that mean?
What's in Kesman?
So the Matnas Kahuna, one of the commentaries says, they all say similar things. Koloimar miyashav hadeyu u'mavir adaige. It calms you down and takes away your worries, a tranquilizer. V'chein kosu b'sifrei haroifim. If you want to look in the medicine books, the doctor's right. You should know the doctor's right. Sagrisim shall pull these beans that are split in half when you cook them and you eat them. Ma'pilin shein al adam. These are the best tranquilizers. You take a chicken soup is good for a cold, but if you have a problem sleeping, take a bowl of grisen shalpul. You'll sleep a bagel and some butter.
Was that any particular bean, or is it just the split pea?
But no, pul is a certain type of bean. I don't know. If you open a dress drawer in 2 seconds, you'll know which beans are
Good
put.
idea.
But they don't let the Kohen Gadol eat it because close to Yom Kippur because they don't want him to be drowsy. So we see Grisen Shalpul was to tranquilize the pain in Yaakov Avinu. Okay. Atkan. So we have the story in the Pasuk, we have the Rashi, and the source of the Gemara Megillah and the Medrash Rabbah. What's bothering Rashi? Always Rashi is never just giving information. Something's bothering Rashi. So Mefarshim say, what do you mean kazois? What's the extra word kazois? They should say like pachas v'lo Yosef. Exactly this. Why would, if the Torah says 10, why would I think 9 or 11? The Torah says he sent 10 male and 10 female donkeys. I would say, nah, maybe it was 8 or 9, or maybe it was 11. The Torah says 10, it's 10. If the Torah says 9, it's 9. If it's 12, it's 12. Why would you say otherwise?
How would transgazois? How you fix
exactly that? That's what they say. The other Meforshim say, which is if you look in the average Rashi, like here, you have this Rashi, he says like this, Kazois. It's like he didn't send them exactly that. He never sent them 10 male or female donkeys. He never sent them 20 cattle. He sent them agolas, empty agolas to take the family. So on the way back, they're going to be carrying the family. But on the way there, the agolos are empty. There's a lot of agolos to take the families and all their belongings and all the paintings on the walls.
But you need animals to pull the
you have to pack up the air conditions and the negolas and shislach.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of agolas that are empty on the way up. On the way down, they're going to be full. But on the way up, they're empty. So he filled them up. He loaded fully loaded. He filled them up.
On the way to
on the way up to Eretz Yisrael, he filled them up with good stuff. He sent them how much did he load up in the agolas? Whatever the weight, the volume or weight that you would put on 20 donkeys, that's what he sent in the agolas. At the end of the story, it says that Yaakov saw the agolas. Hey, why didn't he say that he saw the chamoidim and the asoinus? Because he never sent a chamoidim and asoinus. This is Kal Lohovin. It's a very good pshat. B'shem Agon Marshal. It sounds like a very good pshat. When I saw this Rashi, I said, don't tell me the Rebbe is going to slug up this one. This is too good. This is not slug up upable. This is not slug up upable. This is I learn every year. Because even if I'm not learning commentaries, someone decided that this commentary was so important because this Rashi is so cryptic. Like the words of Rashi is like one word doesn't fit with the other one. It's like so. What is Rashi saying? So, and it's a beautiful pshat. So some early publisher decided to put this pshat in. And if it's true that the Mashal said it or not, but B'Shem Mashal again the pshat. It sounds like it's such a good pshat. How would they ever have with this pshat? I said I have to learn this Rashi. And besides, there's always a problem, as I'll tell you soon. I have a problem with this whole story. It doesn't make sense to me. But this whole story doesn't make sense. But this is the one good pshat in the whole story. So what could be wrong? What could they ever not like about this whole pshat?
I'm sorry, I missed it. What did the Marshal say?
The Marshal said he never sent him 10 male and 10 female donkeys.
Yeah, even though
he sent agolus that were empty. On the way back, they got to bring the whole family and the packages. On the way up to Israel, they were empty agolas. So he stuffed up those agolas full of good stuff with the volume and weight that you would have put onto 20 donkeys. However much you would have put onto 20 donkeys, that's how much he sent.
But he didn't send them donkeys.
He didn't send them donkeys. Vodaya didn't send them donkeys. When he came to Yaakov, it says Yaakov saw the agolas. He never said that he saw the chamoidim and the asoinus. So he must have sent only agolas. That's a beautiful pshat. Beautiful pshat.
What's wrong with the story? You had another.
I'll tell you in a second what's wrong with the story. But the Rebbe slugs up pshat. He says, first of all, the Ramban says it's not a question. The chof hadimyan is not a question. In Hebrew, in ancient Hebrew, in today's Hebrew, a chof hadimyan means a chof hadimyan. Like, if it really happened, it's dvorim ma'ela. If it didn't really happen, it's kad dvorim ma'ela. If ki'ilu today in Hebrew, every 10th word a person. Tirchat sois alayla. Lo b'diyuk. Tirchat sois. La'erech. Lo mamash. Ki is lo mamash. Ki'ilu. But in the Bible, in the Chumash, the Ramban says not true. It says kad dvorim ma'ela osale avdecha. Kish shloishimish. No, it's shloishim, but it's just a way of talking. It's a way of talking. Kazois means zois. The chaf doesn't mean anything. No big deal with the chaf. It's just that's the ancient Hebrew. That's not a big deal. And And the question, why didn't Yaakov see the asoinus? He did see. It says in the pasuk, "Vayara agolas asher shalach Yosef loses oisai." He saw the agolas that Yosef sent to carry him. And Rashi says that there was a special remez here, that he told him, remember we learned the Egla Arufa. We learned the whole story of the Egla Arufa. So he sent them the agolas to remind them that the last thing they learned was Egla Arufa. So why should the pasuk say that he saw the asoinus and the chamorim? That the pasuk is saying the main thing that's relevant here. That Yaakov Avinu vayaretz agolas asholach Yosef los asoisai. So the fact that the pasuk doesn't say that Yaakov saw the chamorim and the asoinus means nothing. And we look at the words of Rashi. What did Rashi say again? Sholach kezois kecheshben hazeh umau hacheshben asor chamorim. Where do you see if Rashi really wanted to say that he didn't send 10 donkeys? Pasuk says he sent 10 donkeys, male and female. But no. Rashi should say that. Kemasa or Rashi should say clearly. Don't think that it means he sent 10. Loi eser chamorim asoinus ma'am meshalach. Kemasa hazeh. But Rashi doesn't say that. That's not the words of Rashi. It's not what Rashi is saying. It's totally not what Rashi. Kecheshben. Cheshben doesn't mean like this volume or like this weight. There's a cheshben. Cheshben hazeh. Ma'u cheshben. It's not what Rashi is saying. And then Bechlal, if you look at Rashi, there's a lot of little questions. Like in every Rashi, there's hints. If the question was in the word kazois, why is Rashi quoting the word shalach kazois? And Bechlal, when you read the Rashi, this is the most unreadable Rashi. I suspect that's why the printers all put in this little funny pshat, because you just can't read the words. Just read the words again. Kecheshben hazeh. Umau hacheshben asar chamorim. Kecheshben hazeh. Umau hacheshben. Whatever Rashi meant to say. Why didn't Rashi say?
Trying to say that.
Kecheshben asar chamorim. Kecheshben hazeh. Period. Umau hacheshben. Like, what is it actually saying? I mean, just the words. As they say in Yiddish, avort klepet nish tzavort. And then if you continue in Rashi, we know if he gives two pshatim, you already have a problem. You're going to say in Europe that the gevir and the poor person, so the poor person has 2 goats, ois gedart, the avead dronj, the ois gedart, and from the 2 goats together, he doesn't have enough milk for his family. But the gevir has 1 fat, big cow, and he has enough milk for his family and also to sell to his neighbors. So whenever there's a good pshat, Rashi never says 2 pshatim. If Rashi says 2 pshatim, you know that there's something wrong here. The first pshat is a little better in the klolus, and it's closer to pshuta shemikin, and usually the second one is because there's like something missing in the first pshat that Rashi needs. That Rashi needs both pshatim. What's bothering Rashi here that he needs to say 2 pshatim, and what's strange here is that in the first pshat that Rashi says, usually Rashi says Dor Sherabeseinu. Here it's like a funny poetic lashon, Matzinu b'Talmud, and then in the second pshat he says Umedrish Agoda. And it's like, and the first, he should say b'Talmud Yain Yosha, Umedrish Grishin Sapul. It's a whole long poetic thing. Matzinu b'Talmud Shesholach Lo Yain Yosha Shadas Kein Lechem. And the second pshat he doesn't say why, and why did he send Pul? Rashi doesn't say. Yain he does say. It's just the whole thing, the whole Rashi doesn't make sense. The whole Rashi just doesn't add up. So the Rebbe says like this.
No, and the Gemara, the Rashi do explain.
And the Gemara, first of all, doesn't say 2 pshatim.
No, the Gemara Rashi explains why in Yoshan. That's not him scanning.
And the Gemara explains. And the Gemara and the Medrash also explains why he gave him Gris Shalpul as a tranquilizer. But that's Rashi doesn't quote. And the thing that he gave him the wine. So bottom line, why does it actually need 2 pshatim? And why does he have to quote one that one is from the Gemara and one is from the Medrash? And
what's
why?
Medrash is
so most of the time Rashi doesn't say where he gets it from. This is the Gemara, this is Medrash. Rashi says Pirsha Rabbeinu usually. He doesn't say, he's not trying to tell you Gemara Megillah Daf Tezayin on the base. Rashi is not that way. Rashi is not that lomdish. Well, why does he have to say? And here it says the first Shem is in the Talmud, the second one he says a Medrash Agoda, and the first one he says why would he send them? First shot is we sent them wine. Why wine? Old people like wine. Second shot he sent them those beans, split beans. It doesn't say why did he send them split beans. The Medrash says they sent them split beans because it tranquilized it, to take away the pain. They let him sleep.
If you quote the Medrash, say the whole Medrash. Don't quote.
Just like the Gemara quote the whole Gemara, quote the whole Medrash. So what's going on over here? Okay, enough questions. So the Rebbe says like this: there's a big question, and this truth is, as I said, when I learned every time the story like bothers me, and sometimes the tough questions no one asks, no Mefarshim ask.
Like
why would he send
him?
They
don't want to try to get too complicated.
Yeah, but this is a simple question. Why is he sending him? He's sending food. He's sending 10 male donkeys and 10 female donkeys, besides their own donkeys. So altogether, you got 30 donkeys with food. The first time they came to Egypt, they had 10 donkeys. They took food, and they went up to Israel, and they lived for a few months. Everything was good. A few months. Did they get so fat in between? They're going up to Israel to be there for 3 days.
No, I think they wanted to go back to bring the other brothers.
Okay, how long are they going to be there? A week.
Right.
He's going to find out his son is alive. He's packing up. He's coming straight to see Yosef HaTzadik, right? How long are they going to be in Israel once they get to Israel? A day. A week.
Maybe he wanted to give for people.
How long was he there? 3
wanted
months?
to celebrate them.
So why would he send... The first time, they're basically going to carry all that food all the way up to Israel, and they're going to come straight back to Egypt.
He didn't know that they're coming to Egypt.
What do you think not? You think his father's not going to come see him?
Maybe not.
Well, he gave him so much food.
He's sending
Well, he gave him so much food.
Maybe Yaakov Avinu didn't want to go down because he knew that the Nebuah that.
And he knew it.
Okay, so if his father will send him a message and are not coming, then he'll send him the stuff. Why is he sending him now? In his mind, his father's coming in a couple of days. It takes him, say, with the donkeys, it takes about a week to go up to Israel, a week to come back, and 2 weeks he's going to see his father.
He's sending a down payment.
What shit they sending? They have 10, plus he's sending another 10, 30 things full of food, and there's like a famine. Every drop of food is very expensive right now. He's sending, they don't need even 10. They don't even need 10.
It's a pigeon, so he could leave.
So what is he sending all that stuff there for?
Maybe to prove to him that
He's got the stuff.
he got the goods.
He's got the goods.
Got the merchandise.
Yeah.
Want to persuade him to come down.
And why?
And otherwise he wouldn't come.
And why Power sent it, not why Yosef?
I don't know.
Oh.
He sent
Here,
it as a
Taki, you're
pigeon.
touching on it. Huh?
He sent it as a pigeon. If the man is leaving the property, somebody has to make his weight while he's gone. Make it easier on him to move.
It makes it much harder to move.
He's got to
No,
move
not to
everything
take the
off.
stuff with you, to leave it for who was ever there, so he could leave.
Why? Who's leaving? No one's staying there.
Nobody at the house.
No one stayed.
Nobody. Everybody left.
Nothing. Not a jug stayed behind.
Nothing.
That the Mefarshim say. That's why Yosef said, "Einechem al tochos al kalechem," because he knew that Vayovosa Yaakov levade for pachim ktanim. So he said, "Ask Daddy, please forget about the pachim ktanim. The stuff he bought from Amazing Savings, forget about it. Forget about it. Just leave it behind."
Let it go.
Yeah.
Yeah, listen.
Einechem al tochos al kalechem.
Yosef was the wealthiest man in the world.
That's what he was saying. 2 minutes
Wait,
with
that
Sam.
didn't
Don't
mean it.
worry. Just come. I can't wait to hug you. So in the meantime, he's sending him Asara Chamoidim and Asara Asoinis, and they have their own 10 Be'idim. What's going on? So that is what's bothering Rashi. And the child might ask this question. And there's an extra word, Taka. Shalach Kazois. Earlier it says that the Pari says, when Pari hears that Yosef, that they found his brothers, he's really excited about it. He's really excited. Pari is excited. I want to give a gift for your brother. Tanwas be'irchem. This is my gift. My gift is each one of your brothers gets to load up his donkey as much as he fill up the trunk as much as he could, and it's on my cheshbon. I'm paying for it. Don't worry. Put it in my account. Tanwas be'irchem, and they'll go and they should bring your father and the whole families to Egypt. Now think for a second. Kibbud of aim. Yosef is waiting to see his father 22 years. The goy is excited his father is coming, and the goy sent a gift. Goy said that every one of the brothers should pick up one of his be'irchem, one of his donkeys, and fill it up. Fill it up. He should fill it up. And he's going to send nothing. Does it make sense? The goy Paro sent a gift. So therefore, Yosef said that where's the kibbud av aim? Where's the kibbud av? So you're going to say, why? You should have sent him a Rolex. When there's a famine, a Rolex has no value. The biggest valuable thing right now is wheat. Wheat is the biggest, food is the most valuable thing. And besides the fact that right now food is the most valuable thing, but Pari sent food. So you're going to send a little Rolex, walking out, a parade, 10, who gave, it's a gift from Pari. What did Yosef send? 1 second. 1 second, it's very valuable. 1 second. He sent, Pari sent 10, I sent 20. That's it, simple. Yosef sent double. That's the pshat. Kezois. Kechesh benazeh, like the Ramban says, that really kezois means on what it says earlier. And he asks a question on Rashi, but the Rebbe says his question is good, but the truth is that Rashi meant exactly this. The of sholach kezois, just like Pari said, Tan was beirchem, he sent kechesh benazeh. And what's this long lashon at Rashi? Rashi says kechesh benazeh or ma cheshben asara chamodim. Rashi's bothered. Rashi says 10 chamodim. You're going to say, wait. You're going to say 10 chamodim. 1 second. Reuven, Shimon, Levi, Yehuda, Yisachar, Zvulun, Dan, Naphtali, Gad, Asher, Benjamin. Hey, 10. I got 11 here. What's going on? What are you telling me 10? What are you telling me 10? I'm going to count. 1, 2, 3. What are you talking about? You're off. You're off by 1. What do you mean 10? What do you mean 10? There was 11. The truth is that Mefarshim talk about it. One Mefarsh says that he didn't let Benjamin go back.
Right.
He didn't let Benjamin.
He kept him down.
That's a very doichik pshat. That's a very doichik pshat because
that's the reason why.
And the whole Vigash is Yehuda says, I'm not leaving. He looked out of the window before you could say a word. If Chas V'Shalom doesn't see Benjamin, he's standing at the window. So what do you mean? But Yosef would take a chance?
He's counting the donkeys. How many donkeys?
He's standing at the window. He says it's a doichik pshat to say that. It's a very doichik pshat. The others say he already gave Yosef. He gave Binyamin already chamish chalifa smolas. He was a little clumsy already. He couldn't handle another chamoy. With Rashi says these people were very merikim sakeim. They were very strong people. They didn't need help from each other. Just because he had an extra few shirts and a sweater hanging on him, maybe he can't handle a chamoy. Come on, give me a break. So Rashi's bothered. So Rashi says, that's what Rashi says. He sent kazois kecheshben azeh, like this cheshben that Pari sent. Umawa cheshben asor chamoyim. You're going to say otherwise? Rashi says no asor chamoyim. Rashi doesn't explain how he got to the math, but he will rely that you're going to think about this for a moment. It says that he took Shimon vayeser oisel leineim. When the brothers came, and he said, "Oh, bring me bring me that other boy that you're talking about, that little boy. I want to see that other boy." You say,
"Stay with me while you're going."
Shimon is going to wait in prison, and when you come back, so think a moment. He was acting good cop and bad cop at the same time. He was saying, "I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy." But you said you have a brother. I want to see your brother. In the meantime, they're starving. They came with 11 trucks to fill up to get food. They came with 11 trucks. So what is he going to take? One truck he's going to put in the garage and send back the other 10. But they came for food. And he's saying, I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. All I want is bring me a younger brother. That's it. Asime Eini Alav. So it makes sense that even though he took Shimon and he put him in jail, but the chamoyer, he loaded Shimon's chamoyer and said to one of the brothers, you know what? You're going to go with your chamoyer. Take your brother's chamoyer with you. Well, you can't take 2 chamorim at once. You never see how you hook one car to the other car. What's the big deal? It's not a big deal. So bepashtos, now that Shimon is here without a chamoy. Bepashtos, Shimon is here without a chamoy. And furthermore, it's very medui b'loshen Rashi. When they catch up to the brothers, Rashi says a whole mashal. They said, "Asora shenimtza geneva be'ad echad mehem."
But every one of them.
What do you mean asora? Where's asora? It's a mashma that Shimon was whatever. He didn't have a chamor. That's it. Either he was still looking him at time to get another, whatever it is. He was not one of them. That's why the Lashon Rashi is asora. If it's 10 people, and one is the ganav. You take the one ganav. You don't. So there was 10. That's what Rashi is saying. There was 10 people. So that's what Rashi wants. That's exactly what Rashi is bothered. What does it? Rashi sholach kazois. He's quoting the word sholach. That there is what Pari sent. But then Yosef said, Pari's sending. Ta'an was Be'irchem. He said to the 10 brothers that have chamodim, go load it up al my cheshbon, as a gift. So Yosef said, well, I'm not going to give a gift. Kibudov, I'm also going to give a gift. And Nochvi, I'll give, Pari said, 10, I'll give 10 plus 10. I'll give 10 chamodim and 10 asoinas, 10 male and 10 female of the donkeys. And that's what I, kacheshbon hazeh, kazois, whatever is in the previous psukim. Umar cheshbon, asora chamodim. What was taka the gift? So the pasuk says, metuv mitzrayim. What's metuv mitzrayim? He has to send them a nice gift. He has to send them a nice. What would be a nice gift? What would be a nice gift to send them? So the first pshat that Rashi brings is you should send them wine, because wine is a chosh of a thing. Among food, wine is a chosh of a thing. Befrat is that skenim noichemenu yain yosh, and it's a chosh of a gift to send. But there is a little bit of a problem with this. That's why the Rashi quotes it from the Gemara, and he says a whole long lashon. Metzinu beGemara shesholach la yashin yoshin shedas skenim noichemenu, because really, even though bechlolos it sounds like it's a good gift to send. When you come to someone's house, a nice bottle of wine is always a good gift. You come as a oirach, a nice bottle, a good bottle of wine, kosher bottle of wine, great gift. Problem is, we never heard that Mitzrayim should be. If you go to the liquor store and ask them, give me the good Egyptian wine, it'll look like you fell off the moon. What are you talking about? Every kid that learns Pashas Eikev knows that it's chita, soira, gefen, eretz zeis, shemen udvash. It's a eretz of that has shiva dvarim shensham from Eretz Yisrael, and one of them is grapes and wine, and the other one is olives and oil. I never heard. Why would you be sending ice to the Eskimos? Why would you be sending?
Because they didn't have it then.
But they were in a drought. They were in a drought.
You're going to tell me because there was a famine and they had nothing there? Who said they didn't have wheat? That we know. They didn't have wheat. But who says they didn't have fruits? Adrab, it says when they went down to the man that Yaakov said, "K'chu mezimras oretz, haridu lishmitncha botni mushkedim." Amatziri udvash, you could say whatever, but botni mushkedim. Rashi says that was peaches or plums and almonds. Plums and almonds. What do you mean? There's a famine with plums and almonds. Alamai, it seems that the famine was an interesting type of famine. The Zeroim were not growing, but Ilonis were growing. Exactly how?
How's that possible?
I don't know, but it could happen.
You have no rain?
No, because it's not everything is rain.
Deeper roots.
There could be deeper roots.
Also
There could be
trees.
It could be things. It could be older trees. There could be I don't know what, but there could be reasons. But you see, the Metzias was obviously if it was a chidush davar to send if Mitzrayim was full of botnim and shkedim. And Eretz Yisrael had 3-4 rotten botnim and shkedim, and he sent it to him. That wouldn't be a very choshev a mincha. We find the fruits from Eretz Yisrael was a very choshev a thing. When Eliezer came to get Rivka, he gave Migdonis la'chi le'ima. Rashi says, "Hevi le'peides me'eretz Yisrael." So we see that the fruit baskets from Israel was Hashem dover. If you ever went from Israel and you didn't just bring a pack of cigarettes, people today go on the border, they buy a pack of cigarettes, some Cuban cigars, and a little bit of liquor. No.
Wine.
Whenever you went from Israel, outside of Israel, they would say, "Oh, bring a basket of fruits," because the fruits of Israel were like Azoin Senazach. They were very good fruits. Fruits from Israel was. If you brought someone a basket of fruits from Israel, that was really nice. So but why would he send him? And why would that be called Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim? Why would that be called Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim? So therefore Rashi says Matzinu beGemara shesholach lo yain, because the Gemara says so. And by Pashas he had to send him. He sent him some type of food that was choshev. It doesn't go good with the words Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim, but that's the better pshat.
Yain Yoshin, it's old.
Because Yain Yoshin, exactly.
Also,
But again,
what does it have to
if
do
it's
with the
Yain
land?
Yoshin and the famine is going on already for how many years right now, so Yain Yoshin could still be sitting in there at Yisrael in barrels. So it doesn't sit well with the words Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim. If Eretz Canaan has better wine, so who told you? Why is this called Tuv Eretz Mitzrayim? Like when you come from a certain country, you want to bring the beauty. You go to a certain country over there. Ooh, they make marzipan, but they make They make the kokosh cake. They make there. Whoa, you got to bring me a kokosh cake from there. The bakery over there.
In times of famine, and also in times of lack of abundance, when there's a scarcity, even if it's a staple item, what they do is they constrain the amount that you can export. So, like in France or other places, what they'll tend to do is they'll consume it all internally. They won't allow it to leave. I assume back then was no different.
Right, so it could be it's fakert. So it makes strong the shaila. Why? If you say that this was a choshev thing and v'chlolas, I understand. To send wine, befrat it's a famine, and choshev wine, that's a very choshev gift. So very much. But why would the Torah call it tuv eretz mitzrayim? So that's what bothers a little bit Rashi. Therefore, he says a second shot. We find in a lot of places in Chazal that for Zeroyim, Mitzrayim was a specialty was Zeroyim, especially Pul HaMitzri. It was like a really good. Their Pulim were really specialty. They were known in the whole world that their beans are really good. So then it goes very well with the word to Mitzrayim, but it doesn't. It's not such a chosh of a gift. On the other hand, so therefore Rashi needs two things. The Rebbe says, why would the Rashi say Matzinu b'Gemara, and over there, why does he say Medrash Agoda? So you could say because a Medrash he wants to say that there's a remez here. What's the remez? Even though he sent him a choshev thing, a gift, and the Mitzrayim beans were choshev, but there was a remez here. He sent him girisim shel pul, the pul that was chopped. Why girisim shel pul? When he's going to come, the brothers are going to come up after the initial excitement that Yosef is alive. Yaakov is bound to ask a question. Hey, wait a minute. The animal ate him up. The jacket with the blood. Hey, what happened? After the animal ate him up, he spit him out. It was tchias hamesim. Hey, what happened here? You lied to me.
At the same time, you give me a good news. At the same time, you lied to me.
So the Ohr HaChaim says, he found out they lied and he forgave them. The Ramban says, impossible. No way, the Ramban says. They made up a story. When they came back, they must have said to the father, we lied to you. We thought that a vicious animal ate him. But really what's that happened is that the Midyonim found him. And they tried to capture him as a slave. He fought back. They ripped off his ksoinas pasim. In the meantime, he had an injury and he bled, and that's why the ksoinas pasim. And they ran away, so they decided to throw away the ksoinas pasim. They cooked up a story. Bekitzer, Ramban says there's no way Yaakov knew about it until he passed away. He didn't know the real story. Tziazoi, like they say in Yiddish, Tziazoi. Yaakov, Yosef was for sure worried what's going to happen when his father's going to find out that the brothers were not such tzaddikim lach. And it wasn't so innocent. And the whole story smells. And he always suspected that something smells.
And he told him, when you go back, don't fight.
He told him a lot of things that he was smelling the whole time something's wrong. So he gave him a remes, just like the pool. It's very choshev food, but you can't enjoy it until you split it. Split pea soup. You got to split it. All pearled barley. The barley is good, but you got to pearl it. Yemelt's good.
What's probably
so.
Split?
Like
yes,
grounded.
Sort of, yeah.
Fully grounded.
Yeah.
Like coffee.
It's almost,
coffee.
it's not, right.
You have to process it more.
So he said that just like the pool, those beans are good when you split them. Me and my brothers was good when we split. When we split, and I end up Mitzrayim. From there, Samani Hashem La'odem. It was a remez that just like the pulim are tasty. When you split them, so nish gefährlich that my brother sold me in slavery.
He did okay.
He did. He gave him a remez.
That's cute.
And the same thing with the yayin, you could say. He sent him yayin, even though the Skanim like yayin. But how does he know that Yaakov doesn't have any yayin? Who told him that Yaakov doesn't have yayin? So, but the answer is that Ben Chomesh Shemikra knows the answer. It says Vayishtu Vayishkru Imay, that was the first day they drank. In 22 years the brothers never drank. Why? Because of Yosef. But the Rashi says not only they, also Yosef didn't drink. Why did Yosef not drink? Yosef did any Aveda that he was sold in slavery? No.
His father was an Aveda.
So that means if if Yosef didn't drink wine for 2 years, and the Shvatim didn't drink wine for 22 years, do you think Yaakov Avinu was drinking wine for 22 years?
Not a chance.
Not a chance. So if Yaakov Avinu didn't drink wine for 22 years, why would you produce wine? For 22 years, you're already not drinking a drop of wine. Why would you go produce wine when you haven't drink one drop for
sell it.
22 years?
To trade it for
So therefore, he sent them wine. The Rebbe says that maybe you could say that there's a remez here. What was the remez? What was the remez? It's a beautiful remez. He went in the basement. Yosef went in the basement and he started to crush grapes. Osnos comes down in the basement and he says, Yosef, what are you doing? Are you crazy? The whole Mitzrayim is waiting for you. I'm getting phone calls over there from the palace. The whole place is on wheels. What are you doing here making wine? He said, no. It's very important. I'm making wine because I want to share this wine with my father on the big day in Mitzvah Hashem when we're going to reunite. Asna says, who knows, are you going to see him ever? Is he alive? Is he not alive? Are you ever going to see him? How can I China you're making the wine? Yosef says, no. I have betochen. And to prove my betochen that one day I'm going to see my father, I am making wine.
It's not Yain Yoshin.
By the time, he made it right away.
That's not Yain Yoshin's
Yoshin.
How do you make it?
Yoshin nechodesh tetziu. A year old is already called Yoshin. 2 years is a Yoshin
By
Noishan.
the time we heard that this, with the Shmuel, it was 1 year.
There was 7 years of fat, and now it's already, let's say, 2 years into the famine. So he's married already 9 years. So the first year of the marriage, he went down in the basement and he started to make wines. 9 years later now, and he made wine, and he barrels and barrels of wine. And Osna says, "What are you doing?" I'm making wine to share with my father, because I have betochen. One day I'm going to see the father. You know, they say
I see.
when Mashiach comes, and he comes into Litva Shabbos Medrash, and they say, you came a little too soon. If you come a little later, we're in the middle of a sugya. If you'd come tomorrow, we'd have a chidush to tell you. Azoints and azalchs. So Mashiach said, okay, forget it. He goes in there's a chiddush of Beis Medrash, and they're farbrengen, and there's a little bit of mashka left. There's a little bit of Smirnoff left in the bottle, and they says, Mashiach, he comes again. And they said, great, here, a half an ounce for you. He said, what? A half an ounce? That's what you give to Mashiach Tzidkenu? They said, yeah, if you come a little earlier, we'd give you a whole bottle. You came too late. So that was the story of Yosef at Tzaddik. He was Meramas here that he sent, that because he ready was at Bitochen, so it was already old wine that he made to cover this event. The Rebbe says, that sometimes things are going rough in our life. In Avodas Hashem, Tirdas Begashmias, and Parnasa, things around us that are disturbing us in Avodas Hashem. A Yid never has Yush. Adarab. Not only is he Bitochen, the Eibush will make him Atzlocha, but he opens up bank accounts already. He's already preparing pouches to fill up the money. He's Gretchen Suda barrels. He's already making the wine for the big Suda. He Gretchen Suda, not Stam. He has Bitochen. He has betochen.
The Maisa, yes.
He has betochen.
With Maisa.
With a Maisa, he does something. He's already preparing the wine that he's going to make l'chaim when Mashiach is going to come. He's going to bring out the wine. In Crown Heights, there was every wedding in Crown Heights, there was a Lebedik Yid. Everyone waited for him to come. Chatzkel the butcher. You remember Chatzkel Brod?
He danced on my wedding.
Everyone waited for Chatzkel. Chatzkel came. He would wash his hand. He comes straight from the store. He would lower the gates. He go down. He would come to a wedding. Chatzkel get dancing. He would go on the table. It's given a Lebedik Yid. He came for every chasna in Crown Heights. Didn't have to send them a wedding invitation. Chatzkel Brod came and gemacht Lebedik for chasna. Right. So
even if you don't know who is the chasna,
he came to chasna. He came to chasna. He was an unbelievable guy.
That tells you how important it is. It's just not
unbelievable.
You can't have it
He
day.
didn't care invitation, not invitation. You come and get on the table. He would take a shmata. He would start going like this. He wasn't a professional dancer. You come in.
No, he danced good.
He danced good. He was. So you know what? My Zayda told me he knew his father. He was friends with his father. His father was older than my Zayda, but his father was a Breslov Chassid. And the fall of the Iron Curtain. So he was nimshach to Chabad Chassidim. He wanted to be with Frume Yidden. So he told my Zayda, I have one bottle of vodka, the best. I have it in my house. I have it hidden in a closet. He told him where he hid it. And the day Mashiach Tzidkenu comes, I'm telling you, I'm sharing with everyone. This mashke, as soon as I hear Mashiach comes, could you imagine the Munah B'tochen that a Yid had? This is mamish. The Yidden didn't have what to eat, and there was sakonas nafoshes. And he tells me, I said, I'm telling you, I'm waiting. Mashiach is coming, and I have his bottle. So there was once a Fabrengen, and there was no more mashke. They couldn't buy. They didn't have. There was no mashke to get. So my Zayda said he was a kid. He was, but he was wild always. But so he went to his house. He knocked on the door. His wife opens the door. He said, "Your husband sent me. Very important. There's in the closet over there. There's a bottle. He asked immediately you should send it." So the wife trusted. She trusted. She gave him the bottle. He ran. He came to Fabrengen, and it was. He said, "Oh, it was a Fabrengen. Oh, it was a Fabrengen." I said, "No, don't worry. He forgave me." So the Yid, sometimes things are tough. Begashmius and Beruchnius and the Yid is in Golus. A Yid has to start putting together the barrels of wine, the Yain Yoshin that he's going to share with Mashiach Tzidkenu. The Eber shall help him taka. That tonight is Zois Chanukah. We should make a L'chaim. Oh, Kazois, Zois Chanukah. Very good. Oh, that's very good. It's past feinik from Naftali Rapshitz. So David shall help from Taka that soon we should share L'chaim with Mashiach Tzidkenu.
Tomorrow night is the tomorrow.
Is the what?
The Bashkins tomorrow.
Oh, tomorrow is for bringing for the Bashkin.
Wait, in Bethel. So why do you say that Yaakov Avinu didn't drink any wine and the brothers didn't drink any wine?
Because the brothers didn't drink for 22 years, it says, and Yosef didn't.
But it says Snu Yain Lemari Nefesh. Other of you drink wine.
True.